Hello,
Hi, welcome to For Real Talkers. I'm Bobby.
and I'm Jen.
Hey, today we're going to be talking about one sided relationships. When
Mm.
being loved is just the bare minimum because we want more than that. Don't you guys want more than that?
I know I do.
Yes, I think we need to make sure that we are being respected,
Right, right,
prioritized,
right.
supported, okay,
Absolutely,
desired. Everybody want to be desired.
absolutely,
And how about being understood?
absolutely. All of that
Yes.
equals 100%.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we don't want the one-sided relationships. We don't
Hmm.
want to just be loved. And guess what? We're going to give you more than just love. How about that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm.
So,
I can tell you one thing: a woman loved, like
mhm.
loved correctly, like it's a powerful thing. Like you can't go wrong with that. So
Mhm.
if you're loving me right, everything else is going to be right with the world.
I know it just gives us that extra energy, that extra spark
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do more, right? And to be more
absolutely,
when we're being loved the correct way. Because I
absolutely.
know you always talking to me about love languages.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all ever took that test of love languages? It's
yeah,
long, isn't it?
yeah. It's long, but it's interesting to say the least because you discovering like what your love language is, and then if your mate if he's game for it, he should take it as well. I think it's an interesting quiz. But
Okay.
if you have that type of partner who's not like that, who think that type of thing is corny, you're gonna have to find another way to find out what his love language is and what your love language is. Because I have encountered men that think that type of thing. I'm not taking that. That's corny, whatever.
Mm,
So it's like that's another topic because
okay.
I tell my mate I want to
Okay.
be romanced,
Yes.
like romance
Go
me
ahead, Jen.
like
I
it
saw
was
that dance coming
like
on.
that. That's that
I
dance.
saw the
That
dance.
that that 98.7 like kiss, soft and warm,
Ah,
the quiet storm.
I
So
think the Quiet Storm wasn't Kiss FM. Wasn't that
no, it was a
WBLS?
whole different. I'm mixing them up.
Sorry.
However, back in the days, like when I was in like high school, we were
Mm-hmm.
talking to my boo on the phone, and then 98.7 Kiss or whatever, 107.5, and
Okay.
then you like, so what you doing? So what you doing? I miss you, baby. We're talking to the sun comes up. We're staring into each other's
Yes.
eyes,
Yes.
doing romantic. Let's take long walks around the park.
Because he loves
Yeah,
you.
like,
You love that.
but you don't do that.
Mm.
So it's
So
like I'm pulling to get those things.
you got to
So
pull his teeth.
yes,
But honey, that's why we need to be prioritized.
right,
Yes, yes.
absolutely,
Don't just love me, prioritize me.
absolutely.
What they always say is if somebody's treating you as an option, don't you dare make them your priority.
Absolutely.
No, you
Hmm.
cannot. We
And
want to be prioritized.
I believe that.
But sometimes we got to find a way to, okay, let me say this. Should we have to express that to our partner, or do you think they should just know? Because I don't think that we should assume that they just know.
I
I
know
don't
they're
think so.
not gonna. They won't just know. However, I
Mm-hmm.
believe a conversation has to be had.
Yes.
We can't automatically assume,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, sometimes they 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 continue off of past relationships and just treat you the same as the person from before. And I'm like, no, I need to be loved differently. Like this is what
Okay,
I
good point.
require,
That's a good
and
point.
they
Mm-hmm.
get comfortable in how they express love, whether it be financially, acts of
Mm.
service,
Okay.
gifts, whatever,
Okay. Okay.
that love language quiz. They might show love like that and not
Mm-hmm.
show love the way that you desire, like how I just described, like, oh, that 98.7,
Kiss.
talk
So
to me, that type of
she's
love.
saying it soft and warm, quiet storm. That's WBLS. WBLS. We don't want to be in trouble.
Yeah, we're not in trouble. Like that's somebody
Mhm.
else. That wasn't us.
Yes, yes. But
That's old school.
so I
Mhm.
think expectations, it's good to have expectations. Everybody have expectations. And I think when people say that they don't, they lying.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't have
absolutely.
expectation. It is an expectation.
Yeah,
Even if your expectation is something minute, meaning
yeah,
small, minimal,
hmm,
it's still an expectation. But
yeah,
you have to make sure you convey that
yep,
and be transparent. I know we talked about that
hmm,
before, but say it in the beginning,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or as soon as you realize, something's not going the way that you want it to go, don't expect the person to automatically know.
right.
I
You know
think we
what?
have to talk about it.
I I've done in the, what I have done in the past, I haven't expected anything, so I wouldn't get disappointed.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
sad
sad.
though.
Like expect nothing, so when
No.
nothing happens, you will not get disappointed. And I had gotten that mode of like, so when nothing happened, I'm like, all right, it is what it
No,
is.
for me, that would only be fooling and lying myself.
Yeah,
Fooling
I did.
myself
I
and
fooled
lying to
myself
myself.
into
I can't
thinking
because
that's
I'ma
okay.
still feel sad. I just didn't tell
Yeah,
him about it, but I bet you I told my bestie or probably shared it with you
absolutely.
that this is something that I was expecting and it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. And gentlemen, guys, listen to your lady, especially if the
Yeah.
love is there. Don't keep thinking that it's enough because oh well, she knows that I love her.
Yeah.
Prioritize her. Be
Absolutely.
intentional.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the support thing because support can mean a lot of different
Oh,
things, right? Because
absolutely.
that's another way to really convey to your partner
Yeah.
that you love them.
Yeah. So supporting is not only financial.
Mm-hmm.
It could, it could be a part of that, but it's supporting dreams,
Yes.
hopes, aspirations,
Yes.
supporting me mentally,
Yes.
like being there physically. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yes.
That old school chivalry like is definitely not dead for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I go out of my way for you,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go out of your way for me.
Wow.
And I I can say for me, I've gotten accustomed to these one sided relationships where you're giving your all, and would do anything and everything for that
Oh
person.
no.
When I say leap tall buildings in a single bound, superwoman, I'm gonna do it. I'm telling you,
Oh,
I'm
you
going
love
to hide the
hard,
body.
Jen.
So I'm gonna go hard for you. And
Yes. Yes.
every dime I have, every space, I'm gonna make sure in my mental, I'm gonna make sure you're okay. But then I'm dealing with somebody who wouldn't even cross the street
Ooh,
from
ooh,
me
ooh.
and saw me on fire and would spit,
No.
not even spit to put me out.
Now we laughing, but that's
And
not
that's
funny. That's really sad.
crazy. That's crazy. And I'm realizing that like in this stage, like, wait a minute, why am I? What's happening here? And it really sucks. So later on down the line, when I start changing up how I was doing before, then I look like the crazy one. Like, oh, you different, or you acting crazy, or you do. No, I'm changing because I'm watching me morph myself into something different and do
Mm.
something just because I want you to see me, and then all the while you're sitting back like, well, she used to be doing it, so she's going to continue doing it. I don't think that's right off, and I know I'm running my mouth.
No, but it's okay that you're running your mouth. It is
So
okay. I
yeah,
love it because
yeah,
you're making a whole lot of sense.
yeah,
Another good thing is like when somebody loves you, the respect has to be there because
absolutely,
how can you truly love someone and
yeah,
lack respect? You do not
right.
respect them. That's not love.
No, it's
No, it
not.
isn't. It goes hand in hand.
It's
Respect. And
it's not.
respect shows up in all facets.
Absolutely.
Lies. You
Mm-hmm,
can't be
mm-hmm.
out there intentionally lying and being deceitful, right?
Right, right.
You hide in everything. And I gotta find out on my own or find out from somebody else. Be upfront.
Oh, please.
Share with me.
Yep.
Right?
Be transparent. I don't even care if you don't like,
Mm-hmm.
that it's gonna hurt me. Just keep it 100% with
Yes.
me from
Yes.
the very beginning.
Yes.
Because right, I mean, after a certain amount of time, and you giving 100% to a person who's giving you 20%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, or giving you maybe okay. Nowadays, I'm like, oh, I'll take the 50%. The other 50%, I'll get it from elsewhere. Not saying I'm gonna go
No,
out
what
there
do you
and
mean?
cheat,
Okay, well that's what I thought. Like, what did that mean
but
elsewhere?
fill that void with other things, and that's not good.
Mm-mm.
It's not healthy.
No, it isn't.
So if you're not getting 100% from your partner, it's time to have that conversation. Or
Well, you know what I always say, have check-in points
yeah,
within the relationship instead of waiting for it to go bad or
mm-hmm,
sour or to have so many challenges.
right,
For me, I think that 6 month mark,
right,
you could do it sooner if there's an issue, but if not, I would say every 6 months, let's just kind of check in with each other. But the key to it, ladies, you cannot start it off with your partner, a man, and say to him,
mm-hmm,
honey, we need to talk.
yeah.
Oh, I want to talk about something.
Don't
I
even
gotta
text
talk to
that because
you.
they not coming.
can't come, they're gonna be sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
go
not,
straight to
please don't,
bed.
please don't text that because
No.
they ain't
No,
gonna come.
don't set it up with we need to talk.
Yeah.
Just get to talking. It's
Yeah.
when you have their
Yeah.
ear. Just
Those
start
trigger
talking.
words. You know what's
Yes.
funny? Because then they be like, "Oh God, here she go." You know what I mean? I think you gotta do. You gotta. It's sad, but you gotta sugarcoat it. Like, babe, remember when you used to do such and such?
Yes.
Remember when you used to do this?
That's a good way
I
to
miss that.
That's a good way to
Instead
start
of
that
saying,
prioritizing.
it's funny how you used to do whatever and now you don't do it. And they are going to put that wall up.
Wait,
like defense.
How about this? If you know your man enjoys lovemaking, because it's not always the guy thing. Some women, they really into it more than the man. But if you know your man loves the way you put it on him, you could say something like, you know what, baby, I miss when you used to like just surprise me at the job with some flowers and say, I'm taking you out for dinner right after work. That used to get my panties all nice and wet. And I used to get really moist when you would do that, honey. And when you do that, I couldn't wait to get you home so I could tear your behind up. So if you say stuff like that, it's letting him know and it's giving him encouragement to do special things, to prioritize you, right? Yes.
You gotta. It's not a game, but
baby, I know you always have a good time going out with the fellas, when the football season is, but when it's not football season and you would plan that little special vacation for us after football season. Ooh, that really meant so much to me. I would go out to brunch with my girlfriends and brag all about my man and how special you made me feel. That's a good way.
Start off with that positive reinforcement, and then he's gonna be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Because I had to say, listen, oh my, I love that you called me like 3 times. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah,
and now it's like, now I'm getting what I used to get from the beginning. I'm honestly, it's selfish to say, like, I want you to stay consistent from the beginning. I know we can't do. It's difficult, even on both parties, because I am not gonna be the same person.
Well, the one thing is, we it's very easy to be consistent, but you'll be inconsistently consistent.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
But
right?
I mean, I'm not saying you got to be consistent with like the material stuff, but like those little things that you used to do, like, okay, we have date night once a week or whatever. Don't ever stop doing that. Or even if you get tired, we could do date night in the house, like a picnic right in the freaking living room on the terrace or whatever. It doesn't, just keep those little things going. It's it's not about the big things. I'm not asking you, because in the beginning, when you start dating, you whining and dining, you're going out on dates, you're doing different things or whatever.
Right.
And I don't require that.
Well, sometimes less could be more, but I still like the big things too.
I like the big things too, but I know after a while, like, you're not going to be able to consistently do it like we do.
But a big thing consistently could be like an annual vacation. Right.
Absolutely.
You could be consistent with that if it's only one annual trip that's, something big.
Yeah.
Right. Because maybe that's all you could really afford.
Yeah. Surprise me. Don't say I want to take you out and then you ask me where we going.
Have the plan. Come with the plan. Do a little bit of research.
God,
ask somebody.
Don't say I want to go on a date with you and then you ask me to plan. Like, tell me, so what we going to eat? I can't stand it. Like, get a plan. Like, just I don't care. And whatever's happening on social media with the not Applebee's, not cheesecake, not whatever. It's not in the place. It's in the person. Like, I don't care if we go to McDonald's, and I haven't eaten McDonald's since 1997.
Girl, don't you take me to McDonald's.
However, like, like, hey, this is what I could afford. Dress that McDonald's up, put it in a picnic, and like, here we go have a picnic. I'm not gonna frown upon you because your pockets at that time might not be able to afford that. So I'm not frowning because there's something on social media right now where there was a list of places that ladies said, if you taking me here, I'm not going.
Really? And what kind of was on there?
It was like Applebee's is on there, Chili's, Fridays, Cheesecake Factory,
The Cheesecake Factory is
um,
kind of like not. Well, let me
church,
not.
the movies, your family functions, like on
They
date.
complaining about
Like
the family
it's a
function.
whole list. So they making us. Well,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
saying
I
they
got.
making us look because that's not all women. At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I won't eat it. It's just there's certain things I don't eat because of my health wise. So yes, I might be like on a first date,
You don't want to go to McDonald's. I'm not going. Don't
like
take me to
babe,
McDonald's.
like
I'm not. I
sorry,
don't eat
sweetheart, I can't
McDonald's.
go. I can't do McDonald's because I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat beef.
Right.
Pork. I don't even want to eat anything processed. So it's not me being funny. It's just because I'm trying to live a little
Mm-hmm.
bit longer.
Yes.
But what's been and
Mm-hmm.
it's been a hot topic. That's why I was
But wait a
mentioning it.
minute. You said that the ladies had on the
It's a
list
whole
the
it's a
family
list.
function too.
Yes,
Wait,
they had
that is
church
crazy.
too. Don't
No.
take me on a date at church. Don't
Why?
take me
Because
to
they
a date
don't.
on a
They're gonna.
family function.
Now, see, the family function. Listen, good.
Yeah,
Listen.
listen.
Generally,
Mm-hmm.
if your man is taking you to a family
He
function,
likes
you
you. You
are
are
very
in. Shut up.
special.
Stop playing.
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
what they talking
yes, yes.
about.
Because
you
my
know?
guy friend always tell me he don't take chicks to a family function.
Yeah,
No, you
yeah.
don't take a. He said you don't take a side chick to a main chick
Yeah.
function, like a family function, right?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I agree with that because not everybody I go on a date with is going to meet my family. I'm not bringing you
Yeah.
around my family that easily.
Yeah.
You know,
So I think
mhm.
that should be
That's
on
a
the
good
list.
thing,
But
ladies.
this a whole list. I was just
Hmm.
reading it today, and I was like, and a lot of people would chime in about like, oh, ladies, really, y'all don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory, but you'll put on an outfit from Shein, which
Ooh.
is that was jab. That was like straight. I had to laugh about that. But to be honest, with some people, it doesn't have to do with like, oh, because I'm too good to go into these
Mm-mm.
places. Our palates and our health might not even.
Yeah,
We can't eat
but
that
I
fast.
have a feeling that list that you're talking about didn't have anything to do with somebody's
I
palate.
know.
It was probably people being like wanting a man
Uh-huh.
or their guy to treat them above level of what
Yeah.
they typically would do for
Yeah,
themselves.
because there
That's
was a
probably what
girl
it
that
is.
went on. It was on the internet and on social media, and the guy pulled up in front of Cheesecake Factory, and she refused to get out of the car.
Wow.
And I don't
Oh,
think
if
what's
you
wrong with cheesecake.
listen, if she hear this show, comment below. Give us that explanation. We want to bring you on the show to hear your
Yeah,
side of it.
I don't think
I
nothing.
like cheesecake.
I mean, it's not wrong with. I hang out with my friends now, mind you. All of these places I go, like, okay, no, let me just stop. No, all of these places I will not go. I'm not. And again, if on a first date, if you pull up in front of like KFC or McDonald's, I'm gonna be like, "We picking up food for the baby, like your child or whatever."
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you not because I'm too good for it, but I'm again I don't eat those things anymore. So I know if I try, I probably would be in the hospital
Well, I
because of
eat
that.
KFC, so pick it up and
I
bring it
don't
to
eat
me.
KFC. I
I
don't
love
even barely.
KFC.
I'm about to stop Popeyes because the chicken just be
Mm,
too good and crispy, but it be looking the same. It
greasy.
worries me.
But I love my Popeyes chicken too. I love my Popeyes chicken too. You know what I think is a good first date? Like,
Mhm.
especially if you're online dating, because
Yeah.
I've been online dating off
Uh-huh.
and on over the years, in and
Yeah.
out, in between relationships.
Okay.
And I really think something that is going to be not expensive,
Uh-huh.
like take me out for a cup of coffee or
That
tea.
was on the list not to do.
What? Listen,
You gotta
dating,
check this list
no,
out.
dating could be
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
And if you don't really know the person, you don't really know how much you like them yet, I
Mhm.
would recommend, yeah, go on a date for a drink, coffee, tea,
Mhm.
right? Or
Mhm.
maybe if it's later in the afternoon, go out for a drink. You can even do happy hour, right? If you
That
go
was on the
early
list
enough.
too.
Don't do that
Drinks.
either.
Don't just take me out for drinks.
Well, listen,
It's
because
weird.
my thought process is it's not expensive. You get a chance to really evaluate if you like that person. If you want to spend more time with them, the date could be as short as you want it or as
Mhm.
long. And if you're enjoying each other's company, then you could say, hey, do you want to
Yeah.
go get something to eat
Yeah.
now?
But I'm not gonna be in his pockets. I'm not worried about like if you got it or not. Oh, I don't. I'm worried about his pockets. No.
You're
No.
not, well, I worry about the
Absolutely not.
pocket. I
No,
do.
because I'm no, because then I'm have to worry. If I'm worried about your pockets and then you can't do, you can only do coffee. You ain't gonna be able to do coffee for the next 30 years. No,
Oh,
I
no,
ain't worried about your
no, I
pockets.
don't mean it like
We
that.
going out
No.
and just listen, if you over, just tell me from the jump. Listen, I don't got it like that.
Ain't
Whatever,
nobody
but
telling you that from the jump that they
they
don't have it like that.
should
Not at our age, in your 20s, maybe. Maybe
tell
even in
me.
your 30 up to 35. But after that, I don't think so because on average, I don't think the average woman is going to, the average mature woman who's kind of, somewhat accomplished, she's not going to be that interested. That's
I'm
that's
not
a turn
saying meaning
off.
like not saying you got it like, but I don't want you to be stressing saying I want to go take her to this place, but I can't. If you don't
Right.
have it, just
No,
say,
don't. I
Jen,
agree.
I don't got it, because then don't worry about it. We'll make it work with something else. I'm
As a
not. I'm not.
first date
Yeah.
to
I'm
say
not
you don't
concerned.
have it.
I'm not concerned about you. Or come up with some other like I got something else that we're gonna do. But I'm not against coffee. Definitely not at
No.
all. But at the
Another,
same time,
how about another date like bowling? I'm sorry to
I
cut
like
you
that.
off. That's an
Yeah.
inexpensive date. But go
Yeah.
ahead, you were saying.
I don't know if bowling. I don't think bowling probably wasn't. I like bowling as
Yeah.
like a icebreaker and
Mhm.
getting to know a person.
Mhm.
I shoot.
You
I'm
know
not
what else
cussing.
is?
Take me to the freaking library
You know what
because
else
we're
is?
gonna be talking in whispers, sexy whispers. What do you think about?
And I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there with these older ears talking about, huh? One more time. I can't hear you.
Listen. I dated a person that I'm telling you, all I wanted to do was go. Let's go walk around the park because I'm. Everybody knows that I'm a sucker for views like water or whatever. That's just how I am.
Yes.
And it was a cheap date.
Let's say let's change it to inexpensive.
It was a quality date.
Yes,
because
inexpensive quality.
We didn't have to spend a lot of money. We walked around the water. We sat in our chairs that we bought from the car and just watched the sun go down. And I'm a sucker.
And listen, and if you drink wine, have a nice bottle of wine or champagne, I think that could really take it to the next level.
That's all it took.
I like that.
And then I was sold. They sold me some swampland in Florida.
Well, how long before you found out it was sinking? It was going underwater. How long before you found
out? 5 years later.
Well,
I bought a piece of land in Florida that I can't
buy. Girl, so you mean okay.
I'm joking, but I'm not joking. So it's okay. It's all right. We live and we learn.
Okay, so what else, is important? Another quality that we definitely need when a guy is loving us. We know you love us, right? But we need to also make sure.
I want you to show it and I'm not talking about again in monetary gifts, which all of those are good. But I like the just because of like, oh, I bought you these socks because your feet was cold. I saw these. I know you like them, so I bought 2 pairs. Or I know you like hot chocolate, so I bought you some Swiss Miss. It don't matter. Like I don't care. Those little things could be nice. Or I took out the garbage because those regular things are appreciated.
They are. Because I dated this guy once that he used to always tell me like, don't walk around the house barefooted. Why you? I said, well, listen, you don't have to worry about me getting pregnant because I got hard boiled eggs by now. But barefoot and pregnant, I'm just making that saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, I told him I like to wear socks. Like, little, what do you call booty socks?
Yeah.
Now, I don't like regular slippers. And so the next time I came back to his house that following weekend, guess what? He had a pair of slippers for me, the kind that you put on your feet like socks. Not only one, I think he had about 2 or 3 pair.
I like that.
So that really meant a lot, and it touched me. Like, so men, if you pay attention to your lady, especially if you say you love her, you pay attention.
Yep.
She's gonna let you know how to love her without even saying, "Well, I want you to do this and I want you to do that." She might give you some hints, subtle, but she just will talk about things basically like what I just said.
Absolutely. I want you to bring me flowers just because, not because it's Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, or because you messed up. Like, I like those little things.
Yes. So actions.
Definitely.
Show me your actions.
Definitely.
Words are very important.
They are.
Actions are equally important.
Nowadays, words have been reduced to emojis and those things. Kissy faces, love, love. And then I got a text today like, I don't want to go a day without speaking to you. I'm like, you didn't speak to me. You just text me. Is that what has been reduced to? I love that, but all right, then pick up the same energy you took to to produce that little cute text, which was so cute.
Oh,
Oh,
that
you're
is sweet.
so cute, by
That's
the
sweet.
way.
That's sweet.
Yo, just say, I wanted to hear your voice. Like, do that.
Well, the day is not over because I just peeked at the watch and it's almost 8 o'clock. That phone call is coming.
It better.
It's coming.
It better.
What's his number?
If
I'm calling
not,
later.
if not, don't call me tomorrow. I missed you. Because you could have missed me right now, but you ain't calling. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting bitter, right? I'm going left.
But I want to read something that that actually someone very near and dear to me pointed out. They found this on social media. I think it was you, Jen. It was you. It was you, and I feel like it's really relative to what we're talking about. I was kind of peeking at it earlier, but it says, oh, ladies, we're talking to you. I'm begging y'all to stop settling for partners who aren't loving you the way you want to be loved. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. They're just not your person.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
Thank you, Jen, because you sent me this. I think you actually sent this to me about a week ago.
And sometimes I'll be preaching to myself, so I just send it to my friends. But I'm like, stop loving on people who they might not be your person. They're not a bad person. You might not be their person,
right?
Which is why they're not exuding all of the energy and doing all of the things that you desire them to do. So you might not be their person.
It's one-sided. There you go. That's that one-sided relationship.
And I'm trying to be more self-aware and understand. I might not be that person's person that he would go out of the way and do all of those things for.
Okay.
And he may or may not be my person. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. But stop settling for that.
But Jen, sometimes people really just don't know because they're just not accustomed to going all out of their way for someone. They're not accustomed to it. Some people are selfish, or like we say, narcissistic people,
or overly stimulated, and they got too many options, and they just don't know. They don't know which way to go. It depends on the week, and then they don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you, so they just mix it.
Wow. So ladies, I hope that kind of sunk in. Should I read it again? I don't know, but basically just do your best to stop settling for partners who aren't loving you the way you need to be loved, the way you desire to be loved. And guess what? I would tell the fellas to do the same thing too. But wait a minute. But I'm concerned about my ladies. Okay, ladies.
We don't want these lopsided relationships.
Yes. And although according to statistics, there's definitely a lot more women single than men. But so what, ladies? Sometimes you could do bad by yourself or good by yourself or just be by yourself until you have what it is that you really want. Because don't you want something meaningful? Right. I do. Definitely. I do. So we don't have to settle.
No settling over here.
But when you find something really special, make sure you treat it special. Make sure you acknowledge the person and make sure you tell them that all the time.
Right.
Because you don't ever want that person that's special to you to allow some other person to be around and treat them better than what you can do.
Absolutely.
You don't want that.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's all I have to say about this topic today.
Me too, girl.
Maybe we might talk to some men about this.
We will, and I think we should, because I always like hearing their perspective on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm very neutral when it comes to things because I'm not saying we women we are like faultless, even though we are. Because we're the makers of all of you. However, it does go both ways.
Yes.
So I'll say that.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining For Real Talkers. Follow us on all social media platforms.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe and like, y'all.
Yes. Turn on your notifications so you will find out when we're going to be going live.
Yes.
So you can call in.
Call in.
Okay. So
Tell us
thank
how
you.
you feel.
Yes. You have any final words?
No, just make sure you join us for next episode of For Real Talkers.
Where real people say real things. Check out forrealtalkers.com. We have a whole lot of t-shirts with a lot of sayings on there for you.
All right.
See
y'all.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.